Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
You know, pitting, of course.
We're
Bob.
awake and we're ready to go here. Okay, Brad, today we're going to talk about, is this one single move causing your back pain? And we're going to show you how to test it.
Okay.
Doesn't that kind of intrigue you? Doesn't it make you wonder
I
what's
am
going to...
incredibly interested. As a matter of fact, I'm on the edge of my seat.
There you go. By the way, if you are new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also go over to Facebook where Brad and I this week are begging people.
Yeah.
We're actually begging people to like us. So please. All right, what is this move, Brad, that causes all these problems?
This has got me going, Bob, although
All right.
I know the answer, but he told
Okay.
me already.
Well, the thing is, most people, when they lift, Brad, when they're going to lift something from the floor, the first thing they do, if your head and shoulders are moving first, you're lifting wrong. And that's what most people are doing. So let's say I'm going to pick something off the floor. Put it on the floor for me, would you, Brad? Because I don't want to give away the wrong way here. So if I move my head and my shoulders first, what's happening is my back is immediately starting to round out. So I'm going like this, and this is what most people do, don't they, Brad?
Yeah, so we get more of a rounded back spine.
Now, some people say, well, bend your knees.
Yeah.
But I still can round my back, can't I?
Right.
So what we're going to teach you today is actually a different way to lift. And this is based upon, it was actually an article, they were wondering, this guy wrote this article, why are some of these indigenous cultures, and he was looking at countries like Liberia, Madagascar, Guatemala, India, and these people, they work in the fields all day and they don't have back pain. And one of the reasons is, and I'm going to show what they're doing first, and then we'll talk about how to get there, is they're going like this, and they're like this, bent over. But look at I'm almost forming a tabletop, aren't I, Brad?
Right. He's keeping there. He's actually got what we call a hip hinge, where he's getting arching the back a little bit.
And I'm arching the back,
Right.
and I'm keeping the back straight.
Sure.
And I'm really engaging the buttocks and the hamstrings. The hamstrings, I really feel it on the hamstrings,
Sure.
Brad. So if you can learn to lift like this, you can take away that aspect of causing back pain. Not only lift, but bend over. Like
Sure.
when you're over making a bed,
Yep.
with a lot of people find that's a problematic area, or vacuuming, or all these things where you might bend over a little bit. You got to learn that you're going to actually move the low back first, and then you move the upper back. So
Are you going to show that pelvic tilt?
yeah, we're going to show the pelvic tilt, but first do you want to show on the back
Okay.
here, Brad, how we got the wrong way is if you move the head and shoulders first, and you can see how that rounds out. But if you actually do the pelvic tilt, yep.
And then you get this arch in
Arch
the low
in there.
back.
And then you can go like that.
And that's, you get the hip hinges versus
Right.
the low back.
The hip is hinging right here.
Right.
This is what they're calling about the hinge.
Right.
So,
Okay.
all right, let's do a pelvic tilt, Brad. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down. And you can use that too.
Yep.
That might help, huh?
Yep.
Do you mind if I have a pillow, Brad?
Well,
I'm always worried
Bob,
about his comfort, and he never thinks about me.
Well, once in a while I do, but
We do sound
I
like sound like bickering spouses,
I
don't
just don't worry about it. All right, but we did put a piece of tape right there so we can really get a good visual.
So what we're trying to learn to do is to move the pelvis, and I want you to learn how to go ahead and flatten it, and then also learn to go take it the other way too. So when you flatten it, if I put my hand here, I'm actually squishing my hand.
Sure.
And you can see it on my belt real well, can't you, Brad, or not?
Oh yeah. Can you see that, Lonnie, from back there?
Lonnie.
She doesn't. She's looking at something
Yeah.
else.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
right
right.
here. Do it anterior pelvic.
All
tilt.
right, this
So
is
he's arching
anterior.
it, Yep.
And that's what you want to do, is put that arch in there right before you bend.
Sure.
So you want to practice first laying down like this, on the bed, and then later on, you should be able to do it standing up where you're arching.
Yeah, we got to get your shit out of the way, Bob.
Okay.
There you go. Do it. Do
Okay,
some
back,
You should have
forward.
dance lessons, Bob.
Back, forward, da 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 da.
There you go.
Okay.
Wow, that's a family show. We
All
better
right.
stop.
All right, let's go ahead and grab one of the poles here, Brad, and we can show one of the first exercises to help you do this. So you're going to learn to do, you can take a yardstick or something that's long like this. I don't know what else. A broom, maybe?
Yep, doweling.
Yeah.
Turn this way so they can see.
Okay.
There you go.
So you can do your pelvic tilt first, and now I'm keeping the head, mid back, and low back all aligned,
Here,
and now
here,
I
and
bend
here.
forward.
You have to make contact. You should feel it on your sacrum here and there, and that forces that spine to be in the proper position.
So what I want you to do, believe it or not, is to do repetitions of this.
Sure.
So you get this in place, you do your anterior pelvic tilt, and then you bend forward. And this is going to teach you, this is what you want to repeat, and this is what you want to take into real life by doing it.
Yeah,
so
make a habit of it. There's one thing I wanted to point out, Bob. I know I work with patients, is a lot of people will do it, but they'll have their feet close together.
Oh, sure. Very good point.
Make sure you at least shoulder width wide or even wider so that you have a strong base of support. And actually, it just makes the whole squat and
yeah, you want to be like an athlete, don't you, Brad?
Exactly.
With a wide base of support.
Out wide.
Now, I want to show you a way to strengthen that, too. And for those of you who have the wall anchor set, this will work out really good. And if you don't have the wall anchor set, what's wrong with you? How come you don't have the wall anchor set yet? So we'll have that link down below. But you can go ahead and hook up a couple bands to the lower anchor here. And what you're going to do is come around like this, and you're going to get yourself into that position. So I'm anterior tilting, I'm going down, and when I'm in this position now, I grab on, and this is like doing kettlebell swings, if you know how to do it. All I'm doing is standing up. And I'm squeezing my buttocks together.
Yep.
But this is going to strengthen the legs, the hamstrings, the buttocks, and the low back at the same time.
And the glutes.
And the glutes.
Yep, we're always looking at glutes. It's a really good way to practice body mechanics and get good exercise at the same time.
Now, for you therapists out there, you're going to have your patients doing these, and they're going to, it's going to be easy for them to repeat this in real life then.
Right.
Brad, do you want to show that, it might be very helpful to do hamstring stretches too? Because
sure.
you're going to feel this in your hamstrings. This is without a doubt.
Which way are you thinking about?
Well, you just show any way you want to show, Brad.
Okay. If
you want to just show the one where you put your foot up?
Yeah, this is the way I like to do it. If you've got good balance and you're pretty able and fit, you can go like this. Just keep your knees straight and your back straight. Put that anterior tilt, same concept.
There you go. Yes, it's a good way to reinforce that.
Yeah. So see how this all works together?
It all works together. Yeah.
If you're not comfortable with that, you may just have a chair. 2 chairs, actually. For those people who, if balance is an issue, if you're a little older and you're uncomfortable, this works really well. Again, same
Work on
thing.
your pelvic tilt.
Pelvic tilt, seated position, and lean forward. Now, if I round my back and bend my knee, I can go a lot farther, and it feels like, oh, I must be doing better, but it's not.
And now we're also encouraging that bad pattern. So again, this is a great way to stretch the hamstrings and still reinforce what we're trying to, improve on today.
Precisely. We've got some videos just on hamstring stretches for more alternatives.
Yeah.
On that.
So now, as an alternative, we're going to show you a couple other way to lift and still keep your back straight. One of them, which we recommend all the time, especially like when you're bending over something, whenever you can, you want to put that arm out there.
Right.
Because that takes so much stress off your back. If you're making the bed, as much as you can, you want to lean on the bed and use your one arm, because that keeps you supported and your back straight.
I just had my wife make it.
That works too.
My back doesn't bother me at all.
The other one is, by the way, I see a lot of nurses working over at patients on a bed.
Yeah.
And that's where it gets tough sometimes because it's hard to bend your knees even.
Sure.
And that's why if you do that pelvic tilt and then lean over like this.
Right.
But I see him doing this, Brad, don't you?
Yeah.
I see this all the time.
And I'm guilty of it too now, and I got to remind myself.
Yep. Again, think this first, then move.
Right.
And that'll help, straighten that out. The other thing is to do a lunge lift. And that's why it's good to work on lunges. Brad, do you want to show how to do a lunge?
You're talking about the golfers?
No, lunge first. So if you're going to pick up something like this.
Right.
This is another great way to pick something up. So if you work on your lunges.
Yeah, if you need to start out with something to hold for balance, that's great. Give you a little help, stability,
So, you can, even pick up, let's say this is 100 pounds.
That's a ball.
I would go like this and see how straight my back is. And now I'm going like this. Now you can go like this, obviously, but again, it's going to be a lot better the other way around.
So in other words, activities of daily living, practice practice exercise, practice biomechanics, and practice staying healthy.
Well, we got one more lift, Brad.
One more.
Yeah, the golfer's lift.
Yeah, that is a nice one.
So
Go
this
ahead.
is, and I am a golfer, and a lot of times I'll lean on my putter, and I'll go down, and you pick the ball up out of the cup.
Right.
But it's easy to keep the back straight when you stick that one leg
When
out.
that leg's
So,
automatically. I can't talk today, Bob.
that's
you know
all
why?
right. Why?
I just became a grandpa again this morning.
Oh, congratulations, Brad.
3
Oh, my
a.m.,
God.
20 inches, 7 pounds.
Do we have a
4
name?
Kelvin.
Kelvin. I
Yeah.
like it.
Not
Nice.
Kelvin Klein.
Sure.
Kelvin, yeah.
Kelvin Hobbs. That was a, wasn't that a
No,
comic?
but
Yeah.
he's healthy. Everything's going well.
Oh, wonderful. Congratulations. Well, anyway, so Brad has an excuse, and thank God for, the important things in life, right?
Exactly
So,
right. So.
thanks for watching.